On Saturday, US Treasury Department have released a report, and in this report, they have shown country-wise holding of US Treasury bonds. Here, one interesting fact is US Treasury bond hold is decreased to $190 billion in comparison to last year $240 billion. Means in 2024, India was holding approximately $240 billion worth US Treasury bonds, but now India is holding less than 200, approximately $190 billion worth Treasury bonds. And in meantime, India have increased its foreign currency reserve, and India have increased its holding of gold in the foreign currency reserve and decrease the US Treasury bonds. Now, this trend is very interesting. Why? Because if we will see the holding of US Treasury bond by various countries, Japan, UK, followed by China, Belgium, Canada, and India, then Brazil. These are the countries, top 6-7 countries who hold the Treasury bonds. In this list, if you'll see Japan, UK, China, then Belgium, Canada, and India. So in this list, whereas Japan, UK, Canada, and Belgium, they have increased the holding of US Treasury bonds. But at the same time, China, India, and Brazil, they have significantly reduced the holding of US Treasury bond in their foreign currency reserves, which is giving a strong point to upcoming BRICS currency by decreasing the dependency on US Treasury bonds. In this context, usually we see a country who is having the foreign currency reserve, they maintain their foreign currency reserve in the form of foreign currency assets, gold, and their holdings in the IMF. But in general, usually countries have the foreign currency reserve in the form of US Treasury bonds because their yield is very high and dollar is a stable currency. But since US have started weaponizing the dollar and using the dollar leverage against other countries, central banks around the world, they have started decreasing their holding of US Treasury bonds, and at the same time they started increasing the gold reserves. This is very visible in the case of India, China, and Brazil. With the more holding of gold and less holding of US Treasury bond, it will give a strength to BRICS countries if they want to launch a BRICS currency in the near future.